This amazing woman. She is a lady who decided that, you know what, yes, 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 we've seen men in the industry who say they can't do it. She got in, and she is the CEO of Bright Steps Car Hire Services and also sits on the board of the Vision College. Welcome to the show, Susan.
Thank you very much.
And you look very stylish.
Thank
I
you.
like this.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Si
very
lazima
much.
CEO akuwe amekasirika, amevaa tai, anakuja tu ame...
No.
Not really.
Yeah. Not really. You don't have to be so formal.
No.
Interact with the employees and everything. Actually, in my company, you can't know who is the CEO and who is...
Are you
how-
serious?
Yes.
Mnyi wote mko sawa.
Tuko sawa
Kabisa.
Kabisa.
And you getting into business. What is your background like, Susan? Did you always know that business is the way to go? Ama ulikuja tu ukajipata tu ukasema, acha nifanye. There's a gap over here that I can fill in.
Actually, I can tell you, it's not something that I had decided from the word go. But coming from my background, I have had a very shaky background. And looking at my siblings, they were all looking up on me.
Were
So
you like the firstborn, Susan?
Actually, I was not the firstborn. We had the firstborn. But unfortunately, she's late.
May her soul rest in peace.
My parents separated when I was very young. I was 13 years old.
When they separated.
When they separated.
Nyumbani ilikuwa wapi? Where did you grow up?
Kirinyaga.
Nimeona watu wa Kirinyaga wametune in.
Yes, from Kirinyaga. That's
Yes.
where I was brought up.
Okay.
And after they separated, so we were with my grandma. And she was the one who knew what we'll eat, clothing, everything. Because after they separated, nobody cared about the kids, so we were left all alone.
How many were you?
5, but
Okay.
my mom went with our young one, my
Okay.
brother.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we were left, the 4 of us, girls, you can imagine, 13 years old. And it was very hard, but I was very bright in school.
Okay.
I was very bright in school, so I was in a primary school called Gatuto, but I was sponsored. There was a college, a private boarding school. They heard of this girl who is always topping Zono exam. She's always number 1. So they decided we will take her. So when they came and heard my story,
Yes.
decided to sponsor me full
wow.
boarding school. And after that, I performed very well. But after finishing class 8, I had no one to help me out.
Sponsorship ilienda wapi? It was
Elisha,
just
because
primary
to
school.
them, what I feel it's like, they just wanted to promote their company with this very bright girl.
Okay.
So after I finished, I had no one to take me to school, so they wanted me to repeat. Being number 1, and then I felt, I repeat, the story will still be the same.
Yeah.
No need. So I decided, let me look for something I can do to help my siblings.
So that was it at that point.
At that point.
But, yes.
So I decided to come Nairobi looking for a job as a house help.
How old were you?
By the time I was finishing class 8, I think I was around 17, 18, something. And then after that, let me tell you, when I came, I think it was God sent, because I came with somebody from Shags, told me I know somebody who's looking for a house girl. So going there with Kali, when I was walking home with the gentleman, the ones who are helping me, asked me, you're very young. Why are you coming to Nairobi looking for a job? Why are you not in school? Fortunately, I had carried all my things, my resort slip,
Certificates.
everything, without even knowing where I'm going with them. After I explained to them, they tell me they never slept. Sorry, he's late now.
Oh.
Imagine. After telling them my story and explaining everything to them, they had a house girl. They wanted to release her because she was somehow troublesome, so they wanted me to get in. But after I told them my story, they never released her. They felt like, I don't think it will be bad. This girl performed so well, good school.
And you have the desire to go to school.
Yeah, I had that great desire, only that I didn't have means to.
Yes.
So with that, they went, Dad used to, I used to call her Dad because it's like they adopted me. So tells me he never slept that day. So when he went to NTV Standard, gave my story, he told me, can you prepare yourself? We are coming for you. So I was very scared. I want to be taken back home. So what am I going to do back home? So what happened when he picked me and took me to where my story was published in the newspapers. And towards the end of the following day, they had enough money to take me to school.
Oh my
So I never
God.
even worked.
You didn't work.
Yes.
Your siblings, Nyumbani, do they even know what's happening in Nairobi?
They
at this
don't
point?
even know where I am. Actually, when the story was published, my mom doesn't know how to read. So when she saw the newspaper, she was like, my daughter is dead. As in, that what came in.
Because we know, like, obituaries, ndio kunakuanga na kapicha.
Because watu waliniona kwa gazeti, so they are like, we have seen your daughter. So she was very scared.
Okay.
But the family here, they were God sent. We went with them home, saw our place, everything. And I was taken to school. And here I am today, the CEO and founder, Bright Steps.
Usiniharakishe hivyo, my dear Susan. This is a miracle. And you know, you were leaving home, not knowing where you're going. All you
I
knew
didn't know where I
is
was going.
you had to take care of your siblings.
Yes.
Because nobody else could.
Nobody else could.
And even if it took you to be a house help,
I
pesa
didn't
yote
care that
urudishe
time.
nyumbani watu
Yes.
wakasome.
I didn't care that time.
At that point, what did you want to be? Unajua venye tukiwa wadogo tulikuwa tunaulizanga, ukikuwa mkubwa.
I even remember the interview that I was asked,
And?
what do you want? I told them a lawyer. But thank God for my dad, my late dad, may his soul rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace, yes.
He told me, I don't want to be to a lawyer. If you do listen to advices, I want to advise you.
Okay.
And he told me, I wish you can be an accountant. An accountant, job market is very wide. When you go to every company, they need an accountant.
Yes.
Farmers, they need
Yeah.
accountant. Everybody needs
an accountant.
And I thought it was a very good idea. So I decided to do BCom instead of law.
Of law.
And I did CPA, finished up to K.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So ulikuwa unaishi now this whole, they
Yes,
have children?
actually they took responsibility over me. To whom I was going to visit, the school, the pocket money which I was given, I was saving it, take it home for my other siblings. That's how life was.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
You are a force to reckon with, and that you, even the courage to trust people that you did not know,
Yes.
to share your story is not normal. It feels like it's a supernatural, or it's something else out of you. Out of you, Kabisa, for you to be able to share that and to trust these people. You say they had their own children as well?
Yeah.
So
But they were young.
They were young.
Actually, sometimes Mom, I salute you wherever you are. Sometimes taking care of teenagers, and by that time, the firstborn was, I think, 4 or 5 years old.
What?
So, and then the teenager has come in.
Yes.
You're taking care of a
You're not
teenager.
even ready or prepared on how to
exactly.
deal with the needs
Exactly.
of.
But they embraced me. I love them. God knows.
Oh,
I love
goodness.
them very much.
You know what? We're going to take a short commercial break right now. When we come back, we're going to continue with this amazing, phenomenal story. Susan Wangeshi is going to be here. She's the CEO of Bright Steps Car Hire Services, and we're going to get there. So we've just established that she decided to do accounting and not be a lawyer, but she's a CEO right now. If you have any questions for a CEO, if you've ever sat down and thought, I'd like to ask a CEO this, when I sit down, when I meet one, I would like to know this and this and this and this about them, this is the time to do that. 111-444-111 for just a shilling. Send in your questions on Facebook. We'll be checking that as well. Switch TV Kenya, Switch TV KE on Instagram. Don't go too far. Full Circle with Mikali. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Full Circle with Mikali. Of course, I'm speaking to Susan, and she's been sharing her story with us. Leaving home, coming from a very shaky background, wanting to go to school, leaves to become a house girl in Nairobi with her certificates, with nowhere to go. Meets some people, talks to them. She's adopted and taken to school. And you have decided, at this point, Susan, you decided, I'm not going to be a lawyer. I will get into accounting because I have been advised to do so.
Yes.
So you went in and studied that.
Yes. I studied accounts. I'm a CPA K finalist.
Wow.
Actually, I'm a tax consultant.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
based back, yes.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I do. Actually, I'm also a lecturer at Vision Institute of Professionals and also at JQuat, and I majorly do taxation. Tax. So actually, it was the best decision I did after I was advised by dad, my foster dad.
Yes.
And I really thank him for that. Because then after doing my accounts, now you can see where it has brought me. I'm not, car hire, it's not,
No.
but bookkeeping is everything.
Yes.
So I realized that getting employed, because I got the first job very little. I was working in a high school as a school buzzer, but with my ambition, as in I'm very ambitious, I felt it's not enough for me. And when I cleared at Vision Institute, the last section, CPA, the management, the board of directors really believed in me. They called me. We feel like you can teach, because in every section I got an award. Every section I was getting an award. So they were like, there's something in this girl. And one of the directors, and he's one of my big mentors, Mr. Moya, told me, Wangeshi, I think you can teach taxation. Can you come, we interview? We have interviews tomorrow. And Bwana Chilchil, he's also a director. I used to perform very well in management accounting. He wanted me to do management accounting. Mr. Moya wanted me to do tax. So it's like they were like, which one will you do?
Yes.
But I felt my heart was in taxation. So I started lecturing taxation. But with time I felt this salary is not enough, because I have children looking up to me, my siblings.
Your siblings.
And I had also wanted more, as in,
you just wanted more for yourself.
I'm a go-getter.
Yes.
So during my auditing, when I'm auditing companies, giving tax consultancy services, I happened to audit one car hire company. And I remembered anytime I wanted to go home, I used to hire a car. And there is one day I looked for a car I couldn't get. And my small sister was having a wedding. So I had promised them I'm going to look for a car for that day. I'm telling you, Mikari, I tried. You are calling, zimeisha. Una call, hakuna gari. Una call. So I saw an opportunity.
Yes.
So when I got a client who was doing car hire, I felt this is the right chance God is giving me to get to know more about this. So I sat down with the owner of the car hire, advised me a little, but I decided, let me do research on the same. I did a lot of research, and people are discouraging me. People are telling me, car hire is the worst business you can do.
Gari taibu ipelekwe across the borders.
Yeah, and it has happened once.
Oh, it has happened to you? What?
So I did a lot of research, a lot of it, and I could find the many risks involved. So I had to look for ways on how to mitigate risks before I get into it. And also, I realized that many car hire don't go very far, because what happens, you start a car hire, when Mikali gives me his car, I'm working with it, then I don't pay you at the end of the month. I want to use everything, forgetting I'm managing this car for you. So if the car gives me my 70,000 and I need to pay you a 40, I feel like it's too much. So when you don't pay, you find it's just 1 year or less, the car so
the company goes down.
I will change that thing. So when I was starting, I had done a lot of research, did very good interview for best employees. I really thank God for them. Because I would not be where I am today. So I decided, let me start car hire. I didn't have rent. When I was
what do you mean? How are you starting without rent?
What happened, I had my own personal car. I had approached a friend who agreed to give me her car so I can start the car hire business. So I looked for locations, but parking was an issue. So I decided, let me go to Paramount Plaza, where I started my CPA, because I could see there were some parkings and all that. Went, met the landlord, talked with him, and I told him, you know what, I want to do this business. And I don't have money for rent, and I can see you have spaces here. Then he's like, what do you mean? You want to do car hire? You want to rent my space and you don't have money? How can that? Nikamwambia, trust me, I have a very great feeling that once I start this, I will pay you. And even the deposit, I'll pay you. Just looked at me, laughed, told me. It was around June 2018. Then he told me, he's very good also. God sent. I think everybody who comes to my life is God sent.
Your stars align.
I will give you this. I will not charge you for this month, but from next month, I will start charging you. And what I want, 3 months deposit, but I will not charge you at once. I want you to be paying 1 month rent, 1 month deposit until you're done. I told him, yeah, it's okay. Give me. By then, I will pay.
Do you even have clients?
I didn't even have you one.
My goodness.
I didn't even have one. You hear where people talk of starting from the scratch? That's where I started Mwikali. So what happened? Nimepatiwa. Do I have furniture? Do I have anything?
What is this thing you're starting? You just have parking spaces.
Yes, and I've been given
office.
the office.
Yes.
But then what I did, Vision Institute, where I studied, and now I'm a director,
Yeah.
Vision Institute of Professionals,
Uh-huh.
they had moved offices from Paramount Plaza to town.
Okay.
So there were furnitures which were left. So I had to go to the board of directors, told them, I just need a table and this, but I will pay pole pole. I'm not taking an advantage because now
Yes.
I'm a director. Because when I became a director, that was 2017, Vision was somehow going down. There
Okay.
was a very big fraud that happened. It was almost closed. And then they looked at people whom they feel, this person, if we take this person, she will revive.
Revive the business.
So I don't know what they saw in me. I thank God for them. So we had just started. So Vision was not doing very well. So there was no money. Wangeshi needs a lot of money here.
Yes.
What do I do? So that's when I started that car hire.
Yes.
They gave me the furniture, what I needed.
Uh-huh.
And I started with 2 cars, mine and my friends. By the end of June, Mwikali,
Yes.
I had like 8 vehicles.
What?
Approaching people, talking to people, and they agree. Ananiangalia, we can see. Because you go sell, I can't sell to you my idea, even the car that you have, it's a good idea. I will be getting 40, I will give you this car. But when you need it, you will come hire just like any other person. Because you need your check at the end of the
Oh
month.
my God. So it's my car, yes, you have it, but if
Yes.
I need it, I come hire it like anybody else.
Even right now, I know after this, you will buy 1 car, you bring to Bright Steps Car Hire Services.
Amen, amen, amen. Susan, God
Yes.
bless your soul. And unajua wewe uko na upako. So I receive it. I receive it. Okay, so
Yes.
this business, you started it from scratch.
Yes.
2 cars in, no furniture, no nothing.
Yes.
3 months in, were you able to clear everything that the landlord
Not
needed?
even 3 months. By the end of that month, I was able to pay rent and deposit. Because 1 month unasikia nimepatiwa free. Naambua nakupatia. Because the carriage was, I have never seen somebody coming here, sitting down talking
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
And you could not believe. And you know, people, it's like wanaogopa Wahindi somehow. But mimi nimeenda nimemface head on.
Ukamwambia ndio
I don't have this, and I want this and this and this, and I need you to help me. And I sit down there like, yes.
So how many cars in now? I mean, that was 2017, 2018.
I have a very big fleet.
Amen.
Yeah, I have a big one. Let
Uh-huh.
me not-
Did you move from Paramount?
No, I have not moved. Actually, I cannot. Oh, I only moved offices from the small one to a bigger one.
Still at the same place?
Yes.
But what's some of the challenges? You know, like we say, this is an industry that even when you were talking to us before, you mentioned that you met a man who told you about the business. It's been
Yes.
like very male dominated.
Yes.
You getting in and being like, yes, 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 I'm the new kid in the block and I'm female. Do what you want to do.
Actually, very many people, when they hear that Bright Steps is owned by a woman, they don't believe it because it's a male-dominated business. Very high risks. You give somebody your car, goes knocks it, maybe they don't want to pay.
Yeah.
As a woman, they feel they can just take you round and round.
Yes.
This is the business. During research, I found that somebody will go sell your car with
Sell
fake
my car?
documents.
Huh?
Yes. Yes. Maybe a car gets an accident, insurance hawataki kulipa. You know that kind. Those are the things which you face.
You face.
Today. But during my research, I realized I cannot do this alone. And one DCI advised me, for you to succeed in this business, you need us on your side, which is very true. Because right now I work with them and I really thank God for them. DCI office, Central Police Station, and even Parklands Police Station. We've been working with them closely. Apart from that one instance that happened,
The
and
car, well, how did it go? What did you give a client? Did
yeah.
you sign the documents before you let them go with the
actually
car?
our documentations are on a higher level.
Okay.
Once you come with your driving license, you come with your original ID. So we will scan them, leave with copies, take your photo, and you have CCTV footage for each and every person who is hiring.
Okay.
So you can't hide, you can't go anywhere if you try to do that. So this person came, hired the car. After hiring the car, actually that day I was in the office. You rarely find me in the office, but I don't know, that day I was there. after interviewing this person, because we vet you, go know where you work, or maybe visit your home place before we give you a car. If you work here, we would want to visit.
Oh, wow.
This is where you work before we give you a car.
Okay.
But if you have been referred by somebody that we know, we don't have a big problem, because that person will guarantee
be held
you.
accountable.
Yes. So that person told us, where do you work? Agro House. And that's where Vision is. And I'm a director there. And that Saturday, there was an instance that happened. So I asked him, where were you on Saturday? Then he answered me, when there was fire. Also, to me, it's like, this guy is not lying, it's true. Because that Saturday there was. So I decided, we will not give you a Toyota car. We gave him a Suzuki. Okay. Because Toyotas are the one that, So he went with the car for 2 days, returned. By the time he was returning, I was not there. Came, told my staff, actually, I want to change this car because we are going for a burial. We want a bigger car, a Noah. So he was given a Noah. So that evening, he was supposed to bring the car. He never brought it back. Going to check from the car track, it is offline.
What?
And it never allowed, because you keep learning. So at least now the car tracks that we are putting, the gadgets that we are putting, what happens, the moment you tamper with it, inalia alarm kwa simu yangu, kwa ofisi, everywhere. Somebody is tampering with it. And currently we do not put one tracker, you put many. So when you tamper with one, we are able to switch off the car from wherever it is. We use our phones to switch it off.
What?
Immediately, yes.
I like it.
Then you alert the relevant
authorities wherever you're able to see where the car is and call the authorities around that area.
Yes.
So akakuja akasema nataka Noah.
Yes. Akapatiwa Noah. The car was offline. I told them I sense danger here. So they went to where the car lost its signal from the tracker. They couldn't find it. Ukoroiro Matangi. So I told my operations manager, can you alert the DCI office immediately? So they did. I went there. I had a class. After class, I went to Central Police Station. The car was circulated, everything, but we didn't find it. So they told me, bring the documents, the DL, the ID, the CCTV footage, everything. I gave them. Within 4 days, I was called. Tuko na mwenye alihaya gari yako. We have him here. Come.
Oh my God. And the car?
That's the first thing they told me.
Okay.
So when I went there, they told me, actually, we don't want you here. We want you here once we get your car. So you just stay. So what happened? I don't know. They interrogated him at night. Whatever they did.
Whatever happened.
Whatever happened. So they told me, tomorrow we want you to send us another Noah with a driver and a full tank. I told them it's okay. I called my driver, tomorrow you'll be at Central Police Station this time. So when they went, they were able to arrest around 5 people. It's a cartel. The ones to hire, the ones who will be given the car, they changed the number plate and everything. By the time they recovered my car, when it was stolen, it was KCR. By the time they recovered it, it was KCL.
Ate?
They had even tampered with the engine number and a chassis number.
What?
But they were able to arrest all
of them, because that is not a one-man job.
And I thank God it happened, because since then I've never had any issue.
Okay.
It is like...
It helped you now come up with more, measures to make sure that you protect your people and even the cars that you give out.
And they really advised me. They advised me what to do. And I'm very good in taking advices. So that's what I did. Currently, I can even sleep, do anything. I don't worry much. And the CCTV footage and everything, it is everything.
Yes.
Because you can't hide. We'll still get you.
Yeah.
Actually, we are in the process of somebody comes and leaves the fingerprint.
The fingerprint as well.
Yes.
Whatever it takes to just go up the ladder in terms of security. Taking you back to when you started, I'm sure, like right now, unasema operations manager, kuna mtu driver.
Yeah.
But when you started, did you have to do the dirty work or, get down and dirty as the CEO?
I was the driver.
You were the driver.
I only had one girl, and I really thank God for her, Lucy. We started with her. Only I and Lucy. So if a client maybe akona gari matuambia niko hapa car wash nachelewa job, I cannot be able to bring the car. I go pick the car, come with it.
Okay.
In the morning you find haina pressure. Wangeshi is there with the wheel spanner changing. So that's what I tell people. When you see me driving a big car, you don't know what I've gone through.
Yes.
And don't feel jealous of me and don't feel bad, because the things we go through for us to get where we are. And right now, I used to do everything actually.
Yeah.
Changing the tires, checking the oil.
Yeah,
before give
you
it
will
a-
not be stuck in the middle of nowhere saying
Yes.
nini, menini. You have to
Yes.
know
Yes.
how the car runs.
Exactly. But right now, I have a big team who are doing the work for me. I have mechanics, I have drivers, I have assistants. Yes, yeah, everything. If you look at where I started and where I am,
Yes.
I thank God. Because car hire, it's not a business you can just wake up and decide to do. Yeah. And I also thank God, because for people who have given me vehicles, nobody can stand say you owe me. I make sure if your contract is second, by second your check is in the bank. Wow. That's what I do.
Umesema nakuletea gari lini hii
Yes,
mwaka?
unaniletea. Actually, after this we'll talk.
See God. See God. I have a few SMSs here for you. Good morning, Susan. The CEO is my first cousin, my role model, and very proud of her. This is Doris watching from Kirinyaga Mwea.
Wow, yes, yes, that's my cousin.
Yeah. Msema show iko wagwan. I love huyu anasema kilugha gani? All the way from Kitui, you're tuned in. Thank you so much for that. Hello, Mikali. I'm Keshi. I'm also Keshi here. So Keshi is Wangeshi, right? Great story there. Ask her when did she finish Form 4? When did you finish Form 4?
203.
203. Keshi,
Yes.
you've been answered. Good morning. Thank you so much for this story. It's very, very motivating. Thank you, Susan, for sharing your story. Looking forward to living a bigger and brighter life for myself. I'm like,
Wow.
okay. See, you're motivating people, but when right now, are you married? Do you have your own kids? Is this a Look at there, she's looking at it. Wikali, why? Why Wikali?
Yeah, I'm a mother of two girls, a girl and a boy, 9 years and 5 years old.
Great.
Yes.
And your siblings, you mentioned one that had gotten married when you had just before you started the
Yes,
car business.
yes.
Were you able to go back? How is grandma? Is she still there?
No, Kishi's not there.
She's not there anymore.
No,
And your
no.
siblings?
My siblings are there. Actually, one we were able, he is now working with KDF, our last born. The only brother that I have, we love him.
This is the last one that went with
the
mom.
last born, yeah. By the way, I've not told you.
Yes, please.
I brought my mom back home.
You did?
Yes, I built for her, brought her home, joined her with dad, but I lost my dad last year.
But at least you rekindled that.
Yeah, and
must
he
have
was
been
very
beautiful.
happy. Yes. You know, by the time I left, I think in that village you are the poorest. But right now, everybody looks up. They are like, wow, I should take you home. You see what I've built for my parents. I should take you home. You see. And
that is so
like
beautiful,
this
Susan.
December, I had
Yeah.
to call all my cousins. I prepared for them. I told them no one should cook in their homes. I'm doing it for you. Cooked, ate, drank, as in everybody was there, as in we spent the whole day at home. And my aunt could not believe it, because maybe at our place people thought we are just hopeless.
That's it.
But God changed that story.
That's true.
Right now everybody is looking up at, they call me, come talk to my children.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking even at home I'm going to start something to inspire these girls.
Yes.
There is future.
That's
so long
true.
as you know yourself, so long as you, I'm telling you, Wikali.
Me, I am so blessed this morning. I'm happy we're having this conversation. And I don't know what opportunities are there, but if there are people who are watching here and they would like to know more, probably get into mentorship with you, how can they get in touch with you?
Actually, at Facebook, I'm Wangeshi Warui. Instagram the same, Twitter the same.
Okay.
And they can always find me. My office is at Ngara Paramount Plaza and Agro House. If I'm not at Paramount Plaza, at Agro House.
Okay.
Yeah, because I also do auditing. There are very many students that I've really attached here and there. And like the auditing that I do, I make sure I give it to someone. The ones that I mentor, there are so many people that I mentor, and I really thank God for that. Because I do many things.
Yeah.
Apart from Kahaya, being a director, Vision Institute of Professional, being a tax consultant, I have a firm, tax consultancy firm. I also, recently, during Corona, my business was highly affected.
Yeah.
Because people could not hire vehicles. Nairobi is locked.
Yeah,
What
where
do
are
you
we
do?
going?
So what I did, I started rice milling. I mill rice, pure Pishori.
Okay.
I think I should have brought you
Sam, I will come as I bring my car.
Yeah. So I have a rice mill and a wholesale business at
Okay.
Kikuyu Kambura.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And social media handles for the car hire business,
Bright Steps Car Hire Services, FB, Instagram, Bright Steps Car Hire Services, Twitter, Bright Steps Car Hire Services.
Thank you so much for coming and blessing us with the
Yeah.
story this morning, Susan. It's been beautiful.
And I thank
And
God
the
for
feedback
this.
is amazing. Keep on keeping on. I think wale wanaguza hivi wanapata upako.
Wanapata upako. Wanitafute tuongee, biashara ni mingi.
Kweli.
Yes.
Na ndio hivyo basi mmesikia. We're taking a very short commercial break. This is A Full Circle with Mikali. We will be right back. Don't go too far.